Hi YouTube, it's Catherine Michelle. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to probably be taking a week or so off. I'll be doing research while in between now and the next time I do the autopsy report on Kamel. But I wanted to let you know that I did speak with Dan Hennon, and we did some pretty good brainstorming, and he had some good information and some questions that I had. And I don't want to discuss those at the moment because I'm still researching and finding out if the path I'm going really is the right one. And if I find out that it does warrant bringing it to others' attention to see what you guys think, then I will do that for sure. Also, I have calls in to a coroner's office here where I live, and then the homicide department as well. There are a couple of homicide departments, but I've got one in here. And then I'm going to be calling some across the United States or whoever I can get to listen or even answer some questions, because right now I just have some basic questions I want answered. One of the deputy coroners that I spoke with before that refuses to go on record did explain to me that because I thought it was, well, and I still think, and they didn't have the chance to finish talking to me and explaining why, but when the autopsy report state that the gun, how close it was to the entry wound, was indeterminate, yet farther into Renaya's autopsy it states that there is a circular impression around the bullet wound. And I'm like, well, obviously doesn't that mean that the gun or the silencer and whatever is had to be touching the scalp, because there's no gunpowder. And first thing I was thinking was silencer, and I asked them about that, and they said it's a high probability a silencer could have been used. They don't want to give any definites because they haven't seen the reports. This is just stuff I throw out at them. But they did, he, I'm sorry, I get them so confused. I've talked to so many people. Well, maybe it'd be better if I just say they. They said that indeterminate is the correct phrase because they don't know how long, if it was a silencer, how long was the barrel, how long was the gun. So in that case, it is indeterminate. But then I was asking them, I'm like, but if it's, something is touching the head, doesn't that give you a pretty good, you could say, obviously touching with some type of barrier to maybe 8 inches out, instead of just saying indeterminate, because that could leave it any direction. Unfortunately, they were called away on a job and haven't had a chance to get back with them yet. But again, they will not go on record and they don't want their name used, so kind of leaves me hanging there. However, we'll keep looking, and I'm still looking and still trying to get some more people to talk. And someone somewhere absolutely has to be able to just break the silence. I was watching a video last night that kind of kept me up for a while until I started looking at the other photos. And the gentleman had some good questions. However, he had an older photo of the Crowley residence where the driveway was shoveled. And he was saying, okay, because he's looking at it, trying to figure it out too. He's like, well, who shoveled the sidewalk? And I'm like, okay, well, that's a good question, because he had a photo, but I wasn't sure if that was a photo that from the crime scene or from previous. So I went ahead and looked up this afternoon the actual photos from the crime scene. And it wasn't the same one. It was obviously either previously or since, but it was not during that time. Although a lot of the driveway is melted, but the sidewalks are not. That I find curious, because I live in a snow area and one doesn't melt without the other. If my sidewalks are melting, my driveway is melting. If my driveway is covered with snow, my sidewalks are covered with snow. So anyway, I'm going to look some more into that. So I guess that's it. That's the update for now. And I just want to give a shout out to Dan and thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And Greg, I look forward to talking to you, and we all just can get on a conference call and, shoot around some more ideas. So have a great day. Bye.